Hey peeps, what's up? It's your girl Tarjay, and you are with me for another Tense Tuesdays topic. Today's topic is very near and dear to my heart, so we're going to jump right into it. Really quick though, please make sure that you're on the call, the global sisterly call for my sister Circle of Christ. This Thursday, we're going to be talking about fashion boundaries. If you know someone that needs to hear this message, or maybe you just want to hear this message to support, feel free to call in 774-220-4000. The PIN number is 326-372#. Again, Thursday, sisterly call, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. This is free information because we love y'all like that. Okay, so jumping into it. Today we're going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart. I was driving and I was having a moment of worship, and God revealed something to me. He revealed that a couple of years ago, He helped me get over a hurdle that I was battling with that I didn't share with a lot of people. And this is why I have this channel, so that I can open up about those things to you all. So the issue was suicide, depression, anxiety, anger, rage, just various things. And let's go back in time. About 3-4 years ago, right after my first engagement, if you don't know me by now, I've had 3 engagements, and we'll talk about them later. The first engagement, I very much gave back the ring to the guy that I was dating at the time. Number 1, we never spoke about getting married. Number 2, it was a complete shock for me. And number 3, I didn't feel like I was in a space with God that I should have been in. And I checked in with this person about it, and that wasn't where they were headed. So I really had to have that moment, that coming to Jesus moment that I never had before. So it was being realistic. Okay, what do I expect from this relationship? I prayed about it, and I swear that God told me to leave that relationship. So what did I do? I left the relationship. I tried to leave the relationship in what I thought was a suitable and appropriate manner, but it hurt the person, and it took me a while to realize that it hurt the person and why it hurt them. We'll talk about that another day. So after I left the relationship, I thought that I was doing a good thing. I thought that God was telling me that what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate you and this guy. I'm going to work on him. I'm going to work on you, and I'm going to bring y'all back together. But that wasn't the case. Let me tell y'all, after I left him, I went through the most depressing season of my life. I cursed God. Yes, sometimes it gets like that, where you get really angry with God when you don't understand why He told you to do things that you're doing. I was like, God, why did you tell me to leave this man if now I feel as though I'm supposed to be with him? I started pouring money into this psychic, this spiritual advisor. Come on now, don't act like y'all don't go see psychics. I don't even know where I was getting this money from, because I wasn't even making that much money back then. But I was pouring money into this spiritual advisor, and she was telling me stuff, selling me dreams, basically telling me I'm going to get back with this guy, and telling me to do all these things. She had me bathing in oils, and I just still felt so depressed. I felt so depressed. I felt more angry at God. The more I tried to reach out to this guy to try to get on his good graces and on his good side, he just would, be completely rude to me. And I just felt like I'm trying to do a good thing. Did God not tell you that He's working on us? Why don't you get it? So with that being said, I went into a depression stage. It caused so much anxiety. And I used to be this person back then. Before that relationship, when I was in college, I was so confident. It was like cockiness. So for me to be dealing with this depression stage, this anxiety stage, I had no idea where that came from. It pushed me to considering suicide options. I'm going to be real with y'all, because I felt like that was my one true chance at a relationship, at a marriage. I wasn't even thinking about marriage. I just wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to be out here making this money. But when he came to me with that proposal, it shaped my whole life in a different setting. So I'm here to give y'all points on ways that if you're dealing with anxiety, depression, anger, rage, or if you feel like you don't know why you exist and you feel like the world would be a better place without you, I'm here to change and shift your mind. Because don't you dare allow the enemy to push you into that space. My brother, my sister, whoever you are, whoever I'm talking to, that is an attack. That is not something that the person you were probably 2-3 years ago would have ever considered. So don't even consider it now. So number 1, what I'm going to tell you is get out the house. I've said this before to a few friends. Your corners that we go into where we think we're better off just being in a corner and nobody will care about us, your corners will kill you. If you sit in a corner and you don't talk to anybody about what's going on with you, when you hold it all in, then it's going to break you. It's going to definitely break you. Don't allow that toxicness within that the enemy put there or somebody put there from a broken heart, from a post you saw on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever your means may be. Don't you dare allow that to push you to a space that is not familiar for you. Don't do it. The world would not be a better place without you. God put you here for a reason, for a particular season, because there's something you're supposed to do that nobody else with your fingerprints can do. Do you realize that we all have different fingerprints? I'm serious. Number 2, if you don't have one, journal about it. I'm going to show y'all. This is my journal. This is my baby. And it has a encouraging quote on it, because sometimes I have to read that. I have to read that into my life. You have to know what type of seeds are being planted in your life. Don't let people put stuff on you. Don't, if somebody's having a bad day, and things like that. Sometimes on Mondays, I have a really bad day on Monday. And I feel like I just want to go in the house and curl up, and I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to cut my phone off. And then Tuesday comes, and I feel like Tuesday is the best day ever. I don't even remember what Monday was about if I didn't journal about it. So when I go back and I read those journal posts, it helps me see that God helped me get over something small that the enemy put on me. It probably was because I got bad sleep. And I know that when we get pushed to depression and anxiety and rage and stuff like that, it's not about little stuff about bad sleep. People are dealing with stuff out here. We're out here wondering, God, why didn't I get that relationship? Why everybody else out here getting money and not me? Why did I have to get the STD? Why did my mother have to get cancer? Why did I'm talking to the younger girls, why all my friends lost their virginities and I'm the only one that's still a virgin? We fall into those peer pressures. And I'm here to tell you, if you need to get a break from social media, please get a break from social media. Because a social media fast is definitely something that is necessary. Number 3, talk to someone. I mentioned this at first. Get out of that corner. Take yourself on a date. Take yourself on a walk. Get into an exercise routine. Something that is going to help you to break from that path that the devil is trying to push you down. Don't you dare allow somebody to make you feel bad because you got pregnant before marriage. God is a blessing. All children are a blessing. I'm here to tell you this now. I have my own personal story to share about that pregnancy before marriage, but that's for another topic. I don't know what your story is, but I do know that your story is not suicide. Do not let that be suicide. I went to this funeral once for a dear friend of mine. God rest his soul. And the one important thing I took from that note, what somebody said, the pastor said, he said that there are 3 important things on a tombstone. It's the year that the life began and the year that the life ended. But the most important thing on there is that dash. Let your dash speak for your life. The next thing I'm going to say to y'all is, change your choice of music. I'm sorry, I got notes because I want to make sure I'm getting everything out because this is something passionate that I'm talking about. Change your choice of music. I'm not here to tell you that hip-hop and R&B is the devil's music because I listen to hip-hop and R&B. I love me some Drake, Miguel, all of that. Right now, I'm on her right now. But all right, back on the topic. Change your source of music. The more you build yourself up, you have to find different ways to fight against the enemy. Because he'll know that you've accomplished and moved to the next level. So he's going to come at you with bigger things. I was never a gospel music type of person other than like the natural hymns on Sundays that we hear. But as far as like listening to that stuff in my car, you would never catch that in my car. I was a 90s R&B type of person, 90s, early 2000s R&B type of person. And people would be like, how can you listen to this music? This music is so sad. It's so depressing. How can you listen to it? And I would be like, really? I just like the singing of it. But what I didn't realize was that stuff was planting seeds in my life. And it was making me feel like my relationships were supposed to be the way that those songs were saying it was about. And it was making me feel like heartbreaks were supposed to be common because that's what the song said. One of my girls, I love Keisha Cole to death. I really do. She had a song for every relationship or every guy I ever talked to. Seriously. But that's bad because I was allowing that to be my life, like making it a norm. So yes, I did throw some Ty Tribbett into the rotation. Yes, I did throw some Yolanda Adams into the rotation. My girl Anastasia, my business partner, she got me listening to some Lecrae, some Christian rap. Sometimes you gotta start your morning off right. Plant those right seeds in your heart. Confuse the enemy. Throw some Drake up in there. Throw some Ty Tribute too. The enemy don't know if you in a bad mood or if you in a worshiping mood. And that's what you want to do. So that's my points for y'all. Get out the house to find things to do. Journal about it. Talk to someone. Change your choice of music. Switch it up. You got to confuse the enemy. He is not a fool, but you got to make him a fool. He's not a fool until you make him a fool. Don't you dare take your life. Don't you dare fall into depression. Don't you dare fall into anxiety. Don't get angry about things that you can actually control. Just walk away. Learn to pick your battles, because the enemy is picking every battle to throw at you. And if you're giving him your attention, then you're just slowing down your progress in life. I love y'all. Take a social media fast break, because we looking at all these people getting married and we sitting right here questioning God. Why not me? Why me? Why not me? Why them? This guy was a bad guy. Why did he deserve to get married? That was me. That was a me thing. I'm gonna let y'all know that. I had to check myself on that. And sometimes you do gotta check yourself. So yes, I'm here to let y'all know this is your girl Tarjay, and depression, anxiety, anger, rage, suicidal thoughts was something that I battled with. And if I can overcome it, so can you. I love y'all. Please take this message and share it with somebody. I feel as though it's really important and it needs to be heard. I don't know what your story is, but you need to tell your story how big your God is. Our God, our Father. Love y'all. Have a good night.